Welcome to Swain County High School, home of your Maroon Devils, and it's baseball action 2026 already. Can't believe that. My name is Tanner Lawson. I'm here with Mr. Holt as we are filming our first as a ground ball hit shortstop. Holden grabs it and gets it out to Jones over first base. First out for the Maroon Devils on defense. As we just started our first home game of the year for the Maroon Devils. And glad you could be with us as we face our crosstown rivals for our first home game of the year. Both teams looking to get into the win column as Cherokee is 0-2 and our Maroon Devils are 0-1 after the loss against Smoky Mountain the other night. So Aiden Smiley is on the hill for the Maroon Devils. And number 2, Panther, is up to bat at this time. 1-0 count so far. And pitch in and a strike. Even it up 1-1. So first quick out that we had there with our first batter. And now Aiden high fly foul ball over to the softball field. And that brings the count to 1-2. For Mr. Panther, the Braves shortstop, as Aiden kicks and deals and strikes him out. Ball hits the ground, and the Devils get it over to first base where Trent Jones is our first baseman for this year, number 22, and he grabs it for the second out of the evening. So 2 good quick outs for the Devils. As both are ground outs for our Maroon Devils. Now coming up to the plate now, left-hander. The pitcher for the Braves, number 35, Garcia. And the first pitch in there was a ball by Mr. Smiley. And we'll get the lineups here as we go through the game for both teams. Fly ball out to right field, and John Stevenson misses it. Good try there on a sliding catch, but just the sun is terrible in that corner of the field. I know that because I played over in that area, and this time of the day, it's terrible. So the Braves get a man on with 2 outs, and their cleanup batter, Mr. Crow, number 28, their first baseman, gets in there and a ground ball to second or shortstop. And Mr. Will Holden there, number 10, gets it out, and that'll do it for the first top of the inning with 1 base hit. And we'll be back for the bottom of the first. And welcome back for the bottom of the first quarter or first inning. Have to translate there, Mr. Holt, from basketball to baseball. But bottom of the first inning here for the Maroon Devils, as Mr. Jones Robinson, our catcher, is up to the plate for the first time this evening. So bear with us as the wind has now started to pick up. So might get a little windy this evening, it seems. But Jones up to bat for the first time. And first pitch is a little wild and high, so ball one there. As just a few moments ago, I think I just saw Nolan Griggs walk into the dugout there, so I know all the players were happy to see him and be a part, have him in there, as he's a great cheerleader for all of our athletics here at Swain County. So 1-0 pitch, and it's in there. Looked like a straight take there from Mr. Robinson to make sure that there was going to be some strikes being thrown there. And the pitcher for Braves is Mr. Garcia, as Jones hits a high fly ball. And it is caught out there in left field by Mr. Lossie out there for the Braves. So next up is Mr. Noah Schuler, our second baseman for the year, number 15, and love the color of the bat. That's always something cool to see as the bats change over a year and what colors these kids decide to use. As Noah swings on the first pitch and gets down out there, and will be a single for Mr. Noah. So next up is Mr. Will Holden, our shortstop. And forgive me, folks, I don't have much stats for this evening as we begin a new year. Ooh, he about got hit there. Good little contortion of his body to not get hit and live on for another pitch there. So Will steps in for the second pitch. Garcia kicks and deals. And high. And another ball. So 2-0 from Mr. Holden. They look to get the sign from the third base coach. And the pitch is on the way. And another high one. And Mr. Holden's ahead 3-0 on pitcher from Cherokee High School. Steps back in. And the runner from first is going, but it's a walk anyway, so Mr. Will head to first base after a 4-pitch walk. Next up is Mr. Aiden Smiley, who pitched the first part of the inning there, and now is our cleanup batter for the evening. And he's ready to go, and the pitch is kicked and dealt. And high foul ball going back towards the road. Thankfully, he didn't hit that car passing by there, Mr. Holt. It's always my afraid when I come to a baseball field where to park at. Thankfully, I didn't park anywhere near the baseball field this evening. So, all right, second pitch is ready. Pitcher looking and deals and ground ball to shortstop. Oh, through the legs of the shortstop. Noah Schuler coming in. He'll score. And Will Holden the third on the slide. So Mr. Aiden Smiley gets the first RBI of the evening to put up the Maroon Devils 1-0 so far. Next up is Mr. Trent Jones for the Devils. Wild pitch as Aiden Smiley jogs slightly to second base. And Mr. Garcia gets set back up to pitch. And another wild pitch there. And Will thought about running there, but decided to pull it right back. As now the count is 2-0 in favor of Mr. Trent Jones. And the pitch. And that's in there for strike one. It is now the count of 2-1. And it's good to see some of these kids who haven't played baseball the past few years. I know last year we were pretty light on senior playing, and it seems like this year our seniors have come out and played, and glad to see them playing this year, and hope for the best for them this year as they are looking to end their final season of high school play in all sports as Trent Jones gets it to go through the middle. And they're waving both runners home as Aiden Smiley gets in there too. And Trent will slide in at third with an RBI, with 2 RBIs on that. So score is now 3-0 in favor of our Maroon Devils. Good base running there by Mr. Jones to be heads up and be looking at where the ball is going and get him over to third base. Next up is Mr. Gavin Cunningham, number 1, playing right field for us. First pitch is dealt and was outside, ball number 1. And pitch is dealt in a high fly ball. The outfield and is not caught. So Mr. Jones will trot in home to score another run for the Devils as they now have opened it up 4-0. And Mr. Gavin got himself an RBI double. Next up is Mr. Noah Brown, number 21, playing third base for us. Pitch is in there, another fly ball right over here in front of us. And that ball is down. And looks like Gavin's going to shoot home and he's going to get in there. And Noah trying for third. And he gets in there. So, awesome base running by our team so far. It's 5-0 in the bottom of the first inning. So batting 7th today, or 8th, excuse me, is John Stevenson playing left field. First pitch is down and in for a ball. With Noah Brown at third. Pitcher kicks and deals and a foul ball straight back to the fence. Stevenson stays in the box, ready to go. As Garcia kicks and deals the pitch. And a strike on the outside edge of the plate, says the umpire. to have it 0-2. Still one out here in the bottom of the first inning, as our Maroon Devils have opened it up against our crosstown rivals. Pitch is high and in for the first ball at the at-bat. Garcia kicks and deals. And another high foul ball straight back near the road. And it does. It hits the road and over across right behind the baseball field to keep the count at 2-2 for Mr. Stevenson. Another senior on this team for this year. Ball up top. Says it's a ball. So John has worked the count from 0-2 to full count here. So good job with using his eyes and good decision making. Garcia looks to try to get that second out of the inning here with Stevenson. And John hits a high fly ball to center field. And it's not caught. And John will make it into second. And Mr. Noah Brown will score there from third to make the score 6-0 with one out still in the bottom of the first. Batting ninth is Mr. Drew Cody. I believe this is a year where he's coming back to play baseball too as well for his senior year. As he pokes it out there and it gets down. And John Stevenson will stay at second base. So time called by Blue. I think there's a lot of equipment over there, Mr. Holt, that the first base coach was holding there for our batters. As we're back up to the top of the lineup here with Mr. Robinson, as he flied out for the only out of the evening so far for the Maroon Devils. As Stevenson will score gets in over to third very easily with no throw. So first and third now on the bags for the Devils, as Drew Cody is over at first and Stevenson at third. And Drew Cody will still second with no throw. And 2-0 to Mr. Robinson as he works the count. Make it 3-0. This would get my arm very tired here in the first inning if I had to deal this many batters. But that's what happens. You're going to throw strikes, people are going to hit, and as the first strike there for Mr. Garcia at this at-bat, you want to throw strikes because it gives batters something to hit, and you got to rely on your defense to back you up, as there's already been 3 drop balls so far, as a wild pitch there, but didn't get too far away, so Stevenson will stay at third. And now the bases are loaded for the Maroon Devils with Stevenson at third, Cody at second, and Robinson at first. Looks like there's just a quick meeting on the mound just to kind of calm his pitcher down, as Cherokee trying to get out of this long inning. Our Maroon Devils are up 6-0 in the bottom of the first. Mr. Noah Lossy is up again with that. Looks like a sunbeam bat. Grounder up the middle. And it'll be a safe, close play at first. I didn't think it was going to be that close. Thought he was going to have him out. But he beats out the run and is on first. And RBI comes in there as well. So Will Holden pops it up to second for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs, bottom of the first. As Mr. Aiden Smiley is back up, a long fly ball to the outfield, to the fence, and it is gone. Mr. Aiden Smiley hits a boomer of a shot, and I believe that was a grand slam. It was a grand slam there for Mr. Aiden Smiley, and that brings the score 11-0 in favor of the Devils.
Don't see a lot of those a lot.
No. Mr. Holt just said that we don't see those a lot. No, he is not wrong. That is very rare that we see that. But that was a good pitch by Garcia to put in play. But Aiden just got all of that for, I would say probably, I'm not sure, folks, but I would say probably his first home run of the season, as Trent Jones takes a strong hack at it with that very colorful bat again. So now 2 outs in the bottom of the first. And another hit out to the outfield. And caught for the 3rd out there. So at the end of the first inning, your score, Swain 11, Cherokee 0. We'll be back for the second inning here in a moment.
Thank you for being a sustaining member of Maroon Devils Network Live. Now that the fall sports season is over, we'd like you to stick around and enjoy the countless hours of winter and spring sports yet to be broadcasted on Maroon Devils Network. Even if you're not interested in basketball, women's soccer, baseball, wrestling, or softball, your continuing support of $5.99 per month is a huge help to the Swain Athletic Program, as it gives us funding to help all of these sports. Every penny of your support goes directly to our student athletes to help their teams. So remember to let it ride so we can keep this maroon machine running. Thank you.
And welcome back for the top of the second inning as our Devils lead it 11-0 with Aiden Smiley on the bump. And his first pitch was low and outside for a ball. And Elias Blankenship is up for the Cherokee Braves, 0-0. And that sounded like that. Yeah, Mr. Holt, you're right. That fastball sounded like it had a good pop on it. As now Aiden Smiley goes from 1-0 now 1-2, looking for a strikeout here. And went to the breaking ball and just kind of short of the plate there. He kicks and deals. And there's a second strikeout of the evening for Mr. Aiden Smiley. As next up is number 3, Rains, for Cherokee. And Aiden Smiley kicks and deals. And ground ball towards the hole. Mr. Holden bobbles it. And Rains will get to first base without a throw. So second hit, for the Cherokee Braves. And looking at some of the stats from last year, Mr. Aiden Smiley looks like he only pitched a couple innings for us last year, and he's already at that same mark. Now as a strike goes in for Mr. Colton Crow, almost like a half swing there. Didn't know if he wanted to swing at it or didn't want to swing at it, but got the strike call there. And Aiden kicks and deals for the second pitch. And low, good stop by Mr. Robinson behind the plate there to not let that pitch go wild and keep Mr. Rains over there at first base. So 1-1 is your count. And Smiley throws the next pitch, and Robinson keeps him honest. And looks like he's going to get picked off there. He does. And gets thrown out there at second base by Jones. So good look there by Robinson to look at the runners. Was leading off a little too far, and Jones just finishes him off with a good throw to second. So Aiden Smiley kicks and deals to the next batter. And this is, I may have gotten the person. Oh, no, this is still Crow. Sorry. As the count is now full. That play there in the middle there got me there, Mr. Holt. As a high chopper is hit to Mr. Noah Schuler. And another quick inning for the Braves as they go down 1-2-3. And we'll be back for the bottom of the second. And welcome back to the bottom of the second as Mr. Gavin Cunningham, sophomore, will lead it off for the Maroon Devils as he had a hit in the first inning there as we batted around 1.5 times there in that first inning, and he goes to the first pitch there and fouls it off straight back. So last year he batted for average around 152 and had about 45 at bats, 45 at bats there. So as he gets hit by the ball, and we'll go to first base. As now that'll bring up Mr. Noah Brown for the second time this evening, as he hit around too as well. He came sliding in there at third base. Big lead over there at first, and Mr. Cunningham gets back to first easily. Gets the call from the coach and swings very early there. And whoever threw that from the sideline threw that very widely there, way over the pitcher's hand. So 11-0, bottom of the second, as our Devils are up big on our crosstown rivals here in the spring of 2026. And Mr. Robinson will stand up with a steal there as the pitch got away from the catcher. And last year, trying to look at, see how many, he had 9 stolen bases last year in 19 games. So off to a hot start already here. Garcia looks and checks back Robinson, and pitch goes heavy to first base or center field and is missed. And looks like Noah's going to stop at first, and Mr. Robinson's going to come all the way around to score from second base there to make it 12-0 in the bottom of the second. Another fly ball there, Mr. Holt, that was easily caught but was missed by the outfield. Happened in the first inning there too as well. As now Mr. Stevenson is up, and Noah acted like he was going to run, but I don't think he's going to steal many bases. Not, yeah, exactly. Not with how his knee is and all that. And he had no stolen bases last year, so. And that was in for strike one to make the count 1-1 on Mr. Stevenson.
He's daring that catcher, though.
Yes. Yeah, he's got that nice, hot. Nope, he's safe is what they're calling him. Cherokee wanted that out, but they looked like Noah was safe to me. Mr. Stevenson's got that very colorful bat. Looks like all the players like using that bat there. Or for the most part, most of them do. 1-1 count. John Stevenson. And a big high foul ball straight back. And over there towards the greenhouse. And the new batting cages, it seems, is where that one went. Counts 1-2. Noah over there at first base, moving around, just trying to get the pitcher's attention. And John Stevenson has to duck. And the count now is 2-2. As Garcia kicks and deals, and John hits it straight in the gap there, and it'll get down, and it'll stop. And that ball just kind of plugs in the outfield. I know when I played, I know they've done a lot of work out there, Mr. Holt, but I know when I played out there in the outfield, it was always a swamp. And so I always knew if the ball was going to get down, it was just going to plug. I know that school's done a lot of work to that outfield and seems to have helped it. But just remembering back to when I played, it was always a swamp out there. So as now Garcia throws a strike in there to Mr. Drew Cody as he scored in the last inning too as well. And he pokes one out there, gets in fair. And it looks like Noah Brown's going to score. And they're going to send John. And he scores standing up as Drew Cody hits him a double. And that takes the score to 14-0. And we're back to the top of the lineup with Mr. Robinson, Jones Robinson, our catcher for the day, steps back into the box. And he swings at the first pitch, and it's going to get down. And it'll be a single for Mr. Jones. And Mr. Cody will come over to third. Still no outs here in the bottom of the second with a runner 90 feet from scoring position. And high pop-up right here in the infield. And Noah Schuler will fly out to second base for the first out of the bottom of the second. Now keep the runners where they're at. And that'll bring up Mr. Will Holden, our shortstop, for the third time this evening. He flied out and was walked. So 0 for 1 of the evening, and he hits a ground ball sharply. Double play try, but Will beat it out. And looks like Mr. Drew Cody will score on that fielder's choice there for Will Holden. Aiden Smiley with the big home run last inning. And he swings hard at the first one and fouls it right back. So he had a big old grand slam there in the first inning for the Devils to push the lead to double digits there, and the Devils are still not looking to ease up on anything. Pick off, and Will gets back to first base safely. And Garcia looks to go towards home this time. Kicks and deals, and Aiden with another high fly ball. It looks like this one's catchable, and it's caught there in center field for the third out of the inning. Your score 15-0 in favor of our Maroon Devils. We'll be back for the top of the third inning.
Thank you for being a sustaining member of Maroon Devils Network Live. Now that the fall sports season is over, we'd like you to stick around and enjoy the countless hours of winter and spring sports yet to be broadcasted on Maroon Devils Network. Even if you're not interested in basketball, women's soccer, baseball, wrestling, or softball, your continuing support of $5.99 per month is a huge help to the Swain Athletic Program, as it gives us funding to help all of these sports. Every penny of your support goes directly to our student athletes to help their teams. So remember to let it ride so we can keep this maroon machine running. Thank you.
And welcome back to the top of the third inning. As the scoreboard up out in the outfield still says the second, but it is the third. And we do have some changes in our lineup as Landon Cochran comes in at first base for the Maroon Devils. Silas Stansberry, number 5, is playing second base. James Loftus is out in the outfield, and I could not tell if we had changes elsewhere, so forgive me if I just can't see. I got to bring my binoculars next time there, Mr. Holt. So it's not like basketball where everything happens just right in front of us, but forgive me, players, if I didn't get your name in. Try to get all the names in that are playing, as every player is important on the team. So, and Mr. Aiden Smiley still working on the bump, as he has now reached a full 2 innings of the game. Looks to play over his whole entire pitching innings of last year of 2.2 innings. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken by the rules, after this inning, if we are up by 15, I believe we 15-run rule them, Mr. Holt. Don't remember all the rules entirely, but I do believe that. So, Mr. Lossy, Colin Lossy, number 24 for the Braves, will be pitching as soon as, I guess, all the substitutions get in there. Folks, reminder that for $5.99 a month, you can join us for all the rest of spring sports and include all baseball, softball, and ladies and men's or ladies soccer, for the spring. And you can let it ride all throughout the year. And once football starts, it won't be long before we're back in fall sports. So make sure that you let that ride. All proceeds will go to help our students here at Swain County Schools. As you know, with your budget is getting tighter, the school's budget's getting tighter too as well. And I love to go back and watch some of these games from the year, as our first home basketball game was a bit of a nail-biter where Dean Henderson hit that wonderful three-point shot. And you can go back and watch all those games. So make sure you do that. And you can enjoy watching all of Maroon Devil sports that are being posted live on YouTube. And enjoy watching our students play the sports that they love. Also next week, our Maroon Devil baseball team will be traveling to Franklin, and then that is on Monday. And then on Tuesday, they are home against Murphy, and then Friday away at Murphy. So depending on weather, I saw where next week there is a bit of a weather coming in. So just be watching. I know the school does a great job with posting reschedules and all of that, but the baseball team that is their schedule, and I will work on getting you the softball schedule too as well, because I know everybody is interested on that, as our softball team is off to a very fast start, as they've already beat both teams by one team 10-0. I believe that was Tuscola, and then the other team, I think, is Smoky Mountain, where they beat them 15-1, I believe, was the final of that one. So, but I'll work on getting you the schedule here in the next few moments, as we're still working on substitutions for Swain, as they have changed a bunch of the players there. And it looks like we're ready to go. Well, I say that, and the umpire has walked to the fence as he's drinking water. So, yes, the softball team did beat Tuscola 10-0 on Thursday. And I'm trying to get the scores up there, Mr. Holt. And Smoky Mountain 14-1, as we're now ready to play Mr. Aiden Smiling Dills. And throws a nice strong strike in there for strike number one. Next week, our girls are off to Murphy, and then they play Inca, and then they play Murphy at home on Friday. So come out and enjoy softball or baseball throughout the week, as spring sports have now started. Can't believe it's already here, Mr. Holt. So come enjoy that. Beautiful weather this evening for Maroon Devil baseball, as Aiden Smiley is now down 2-1 strike against Mr. Lossy here for the Braves. Ground ball to shortstop. Bobbled, and a throw off line, and he is safe at first base. I believe there is a new shortstop in, but I can't see his number. And we'll try to get that number and that name here in a moment. So Mr. Collins in here. He has his first hit, had his first base hit of the evening, as well as the first time at bat. Slow grounder, almost a swinging bunt, as Aiden throws it over to Landon Cochran and gets out the first out of the inning. And that was Mr. Jackson there for the Braves. Okay, number three is the new shortstop. I don't have a name for that, and I'll work on getting rosters here in a little bit. So fielder's choice for Mr. Go Jackson. And a strike is called there on Mr. Russell Reed for the Braves. So fielder's choice was just happened there for Mr. Jackson. And Mr. Lossy gets up to second base. And Aiden Smiley kicks and deals for another strike as the dust flies off of that catcher's mitt for that second strike. So man on second, and a swinging, and he's safe. And now the Braves has got runners on first and third as that strike was dropped by the catcher and allowed the runner to go to first. So 2 men on, 1 out. Aiden Smiley. Oh, missed throw. And the Braves will score to put them on the board for the first time this evening. Mr. Lossy scores, and Mr. Russell moves up to second on that error throw by Mr. Aiden Smiley there. Aiden kicks and throws, and a big strike there by Panther for the Braves. 0-1 pitch. Oh, he's just swinging at the air there as Mr. Aiden Smiley gets a nice fastball by him. And he chased it up high there, but that's the candy that you want when you're pitching. And looks to be a foul ball. And it is. And they'll re-rack it. 0-2 is the count with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Your Devils leading 15-1. And Mr. Panther from Cherokee High School swinging the bat, and a nice strikeout there by Mr. Aiden Smiley for his 3rd strikeout of the evening. And that'll bring up Mr. Garcia, the pitcher, who had a single in the very first inning. And a blooper. And Rylan Leatherwood, if I can get that out, throws it over and ends the inning, top of the inning for the Braves. So that'll do it for the top of the inning. 15-1. We'll be back for the bottom of the third. And welcome back to the bottom of the third as there are some subs in for Cherokee. That would be number 6, J.J. Ledford out in the outfield. But up first for the Maroon Devils is number 23, Landon Cochran, as he took over for first base there in the last half inning. And Garcia still there pitching as Landon swings at the first pitch and hits it foul. Swung just a little early there, but good contact nonetheless. So 15-1 is your score in the bottom of the third inning, as the Devils look to extend that lead and get that run back that the Braves got in the top of the third. So 1-1 is your count here as Garcia kicks a high pitch above the head of Cochran. I would dare to say there, Mr. Holt, that Mr. Garcia's arm is getting a little tired there. A lot of pitches being thrown, and another high ball to Mr. Cochran. Your count now is 3-1 with the pitch getting set. He kicks and deals, and a high ball, but caught out there in the outfield for out number 1. And that'll give us the first out in the third inning here, as that was a fly ball out in the outfield. So next up is number 6. And I'm sorry, folks, I don't have that name for that one. Garcia kicks, and at eye level there, held back. First pitch was a ball. Ball inside. Beautiful, beautiful day here at Swain County High School. Been a beautiful week and great weather to play baseball. Ground ball to third. Strong third throw, wild. And he'll run to second, and he'll be up. So after the error on a Crow for Cherokee, put a Devil there at second base. As now Noah Brown comes up to the plate, as he is 2 for 2 on the day. Wild pitch. Bring the runner to third. And the wind's starting to pick up here at Swain County High School. Down in. As folks remember, just on a community note, to set your clocks back this weekend, forward, not back. Spring forward, not back. As Noah Brown looks at a strike there for the count to be 1-1. But set your clocks forward as we spring forward, and the days get even longer, which I know all of us are so excited about, having the evenings, as the next pitch was up high again. So 2-1 there. But enjoy the weekend and enjoy the springing forward, even though we lose an hour of sleep on Saturday evening. So 2-1 is the count. And another strike in there. I don't think Noah liked that, but umpire called it a strike. So it evens up the count, 2-2. Pitch is dealt, and dead ball, he is hit by the pitch. And we'll put Noah Brown on first base. Good to see him back after that knee injury there in football season. So pitch is dealt, and a ground ball foul. I believe that is Mr. James Loftus there in the lineup there for the Maroon Devils. Number 8. As we're getting everybody able to play this evening, which is awesome to see. He swings in a fly ball to short right or left field or right field, excuse me, and it will get down. And now it's a loaded bases with 1 out. As number 7 comes to the plate, and again, I'm sorry, folks, I don't have that name, as they're still working on getting the rosters to me. So hopefully by our next home game, we'll have the rosters. And a strike in there against the batter. Garcia deals high pop up right behind the plate, and the catcher gets it for the second out. So a pop out there for the Devils, and now it gives us 2 outs in the inning with the bases loaded. And looking the score here, but 2 outs down, of bases loaded. Devil comes to the plate, number 4. And another high pop out. And he's out. So the Devils loaded up. And then 2 straight pop outs to end the inning. So at the end of 3, it's 15-1 in the count of the Devils. We'll be back for the top of the 4th. Welcome back to the top of the fourth as Aiden Smiley is still dealing for the Devils. And his first throw of the fourth quarter is low and a ball. Now the Devils' job is just to not let them score. As a ground ball to the hole, and it gets through in the center field. As I said that, I think I just had the announcer's jinx there, as I couldn't tell what number that was hitting the ball. As Mr. Holt's going to help me here. 28. Mr. Crow gets him a single there for, and a good strike in there for Aiden Kirkland as Elias Blankenship comes up to bat, 0-0. Ball low and inside, but doesn't look like the batters or the runner's going to run. And that'll keep the runner at first base. And it looks like the coach of Cherokee, the third base coach, was wanting him to run. And I don't know, if they miscommunication or whatnot, but he stays at first, and Aiden Kirkland's still dealing. And umpire says he swung, and that will even the count up there, or should. Nope, count is 2-1. Excuse me, folks. It was strike two there, and that was a strikeout there by Mr. Kirkland, or Aiden, sorry. And the throw back over to first was safe. So 1 out so far in the top of the fourth, as number 3, Reigns, is 1 of 1 today. And he takes a big whiff and misses. And he got on and then got picked off trying to steal the second. And another swing and a miss there. 0-2 is the count to Mr. Reigns. Good crowd on hand for our first home game, as a bunch of people sitting up there on the top of the bank, and we got people in the stands as that pitch was high and outside. But good to see a good crowd here at Swain County High School for the Devils' first home game of the 2026 baseball season. And there's another strikeout for Aiden Kirkland, and that is his 5th strikeout of the evening. So Aiden Smiley doing a great job on the hill for the Devils today, as now he looks to face Mr. Colton Crow, who is 0 for 1 with a ground out to second in the second inning. First pitch was a strike, and another strike, as Aiden is just going through this lineup, this half inning, very quickly, other than that first roller through the middle. Runner's going, and that's a strikeout, and I don't think that is the inning, as there was no need for the throw away. So 3 straight strikeouts after the single, and that'll keep it at 15-1 in favor of the Maroon Devils. We'll be back for the bottom of the fourth in a few moments. All right, and welcome back to the bottom of the fourth. Had to think a minute there, Mr. Holt, where we were at. As Silas Stansberry steps into the box for the Maroon Devils. And I believe it's still Mr. Garcia on the hill there for, yes it is, for the Braves, as his first pitch there was a little high and was called a ball. So 1-0 as we are in the bottom of the fourth. And good cut there by Silas, and gets fouled back out of play. So 1-1. As we're now into almost mercy ruling time, as another ball was low. If we are able to score one more run, I do believe that will be the end of this ball game in this inning. However, if not, we will have to go to the top of the fifth. Another wild pitch there. And nobody could tell where the ball went, so they'll just give them a new ball. The ref disappeared. Can't see where he's at. He might be trying to get the ball if it got stuck under the sign or something back there. As the sun is setting here behind Swain County High School, a beautiful, beautiful setting for an evening game, and the wind is still just blowing along sometime as a strike is called in there, and that will fill the count 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes, and the full count pitch is on its way. Pop out towards first base, and it get the foul ball. Man,
Pretty good, but it must have just drifted over.
must have curved slightly to the foul line and allow for another full count pitch coming up here in just a few moments. And Silas steps right back in to the plate. Full count pitch is on its way. And ground ball to third. Or shortstop. And bobbled. And it's in there for a single. So good at bat there for Stansberry as he gets to first base on a single. And a pickoff at first. And for first out of the evening, Silas gets picked off there, leaning a little too far out. Yep, not paying attention there. So first out of the inning after he got that nice run out. Wild swing there. And misses for the first one. As again, that's Ryan Leatherwood, excuse me. And the second pitch is low and away. And hits the backstop sign there. Your count is 1-1 towards Ryan Leatherwood. Pitch is in. And looked to be a little low. The umpire agrees with that. And your count goes to 2-1. And Swain looks to extend the lead into the fourth inning here. Kicks and deals. And a high fly ball backwards onto the softball stadium nets. there that protects the bleachers for the attendees for the softball game. Thankfully, there's no softball game because we would probably have to deal with both games, Mr. Joe, to make sure there's no softballs coming our way. So, ball outside as that goes to full count. So both Devils here working to count to full, trying their best to get on base as Mr. Garcia continues to deal for the Braves. And walks them. Looked like a good pitch, but from my angle, but it said the referee or umpire says it's inside. So Leatherwood to first, and Mr. Aiden Smiley, who is 2 for 3, is up to bat as he hit a massive home run earlier in the game. First pitch to him was a ball. And Garcia sets and deals. Aiden swings, misses. He was swinging for the fences there, folks. He's wanting that one to go up towards the top of that fence, up or hill up there, where all the attendees are watching from. As there's a high fly ball, but that's in play, and it gets plugged. Looks like it's plugged into the ground, and we'll have runners at first and second and one down. So another hit there by Mr. Aiden Smiley, who is now 3 of 4 of the day with 2 singles and a home run and a few RBIs for the day. So now Mr. Landon Cochran back up to bat as he flew out for his first time up. Garcia sets and deals and is in there for a strike. Sometimes you just want to get settled in, especially if a pitcher's been up there for a long time like Mr. Garcia has. His arm gets tired. You want to see what he's throwing. Has a hot pocket there. Is not caught. And there's a run and a score for Mr. Leatherwood. So good RBI there by Mr. Landon Cochran there to get a double. And looks like the game is going to continue. So strike for the first one. As the Braves look to call time here just to have a conversation. And looks like they're going to call their coach out for a meeting on the mound. Looks like Mr. Garcia might have hurt his arm on that last pitch. So most likely a pitch and change here. And we'll see what they'll do. And there will be a pitching change. So as that pitching change happens, we'll go to break and we'll come back after the warm-up. 16-1 is your score.
Thank you for being a sustaining member of Maroon Devils Network Live. Now that the fall sports season is over, we'd like you to stick around and enjoy the countless hours of winter and spring sports yet to be broadcasted on Maroon Devils Network. Even if you're not interested in basketball, women's soccer, baseball, wrestling, or softball, your continuing support of $5.99 per month is a huge help to the Swain Athletic Program, as it gives us funding to help all of these sports. Every penny of your support goes directly to our student athletes to help their teams. So remember to let it ride so we can keep this maroon machine running. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alex, and I attend this school there. And this is our bus. It takes us to where we want to go, usually. The thing is, we're missing a very important piece of the puzzle. The person who drives it. We need a hero. Someone who knows how to drive a giant vehicle around. Someone who can get us to school on time so we can, learn stuff. Also so I can get to my first period. That teacher's the only one that allows me to have gum. For the sake of all of us and our gum supply, become a bus driver. We're counting on you.
Hi everyone, help us get to 5,000 subscribers. Right now we're only about 1,000 away and we want to reach this goal by the end of football season. Make sure to press that subscribe button and like and share all of our videos. Thank you.
And welcome back after the pitching change as Panther comes in for, it looks like there was a balk there, and Aiden Smiley will score on the balk, and Landon Cochran will come over to third for the Devils to make the score 17-1, and Panther will try to reset and do it again. So injury for Mr. Garcia. He comes out of the game and Panther will check in for him. So, and I believe there's a new shortstop player too as well. I just can't get his number yet. I believe that's number 5. And I don't have Mr. Jackson. He played at second base, so he moves over to shortstop, and I would say there's probably a new second baseman, but I can't tell. Another wild pitch there, as now the count goes to 2-1, 2 balls and 1 strike on this beautiful Friday evening here in the mountains of North Carolina. Panther sets and deals. And he puts a strike in there for the second one. And it's 2-2 is your count. Ground ball to short, bobbled, and that'll get him over to first on the air by Mr. Jackson there. So next up is Mr. Noah Brown, as he is 2 of 2 and hit by a pitch, and a strike in there for the first at this 4th at bat for him. Second pitch, big high fly ball, but in play still to center field, and it's caught for the second out as Noah flies out there to center field to Mr. Russell Reed out there. So two down for the Devils here in the bottom of the 4th, with your score 18-1 in favor of our Maroon Devils. Pitch away to James Loftus, and the runner stays at first. James was as a sophomore. Last year he played 14 games for the Maroon Devils and batting average around .215. Had 28 at-bats, had 2 RBIs and a double last year. So very productive hitter when it comes to growing and learning. I'm pretty sure we'll probably see him a lot more this year, as he is now growing as a young baseball player. Good athlete to have, and swinging a foul ball, bring the count to 2-1. But excited to see what Mr. Loftus can do for our squad. So, and he did single in his last at bat for the Maroon Devils, as we are now the 4th time through our lineup. Panther deals, and a foul ball again, as now the count is even 2-2 to Mr. Loftus, and with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 4th. So James, a high pitch over his head, ducks and makes the count full. And the payoff pitch here in a moment. Panther kicks and deals, runner going. That should be 3 outs as they get out at third. So a strikeout by Mr. James Loftus will end the inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Your score 18-1 in favor of the Maroon Devils. And welcome back to the top of the 5th inning as our Maroon Devils are outpacing the Cherokee Braves 18-1, as it looks like there are a couple of changes that the Braves are going to make. But up first is Mr. Lassie. He's been playing left field a lot today, and he is a 1-for-1 today with a single. And he is the only one who's come around and scored for the Braves. And Mr. Aiden Smiley is still out there dealing, as he has 5 strikeouts of the evening, 1 earned run, and was almost having a perfect game there with until they scored there in the 3rd. So definitely has pitched more than he did all season long, so that's great to see from our Maroon Devils that we have a lot of pitching. I know Mr. Will Howe pitches, and have a couple other pitchers that are good pitchers, and so excited to see what our Diamond Maroon Devils do for this year in this new season. Sun's starting to set, breeze starting to get a little cool. Early baseball action, as always, you know it's going to be hot during the day and cooler in the evening. So, but great weather nonetheless. So after the substitution to be told, Mr. Lossie's going to step in there. Colin Lossie, that is, for the Braves. Aiden kicks and deals. And that looked like a good pitch, but umpire says low. So 1-0 is the count. And that one was high. High cheese there is what he was going for on that one. Just a little too high. As Aiden throws low. Well, throw back to the pitcher was low. So Aiden throws a 3-0 pitch, and there's your strike. Make it 3-1, and typically that's your take-all pitch, as you just want to see a ball so you can get walked in. A nice cut, good pitch by Aiden to come back to fill up the count. 3-2. As Swain looks to, there's another strikeout by Aiden Smiley there. And that is now his 4th strikeout in the row for Mr. Smiley this evening, as he now has 7 strikeouts for the game. Big number 40 Sanook coming up for the Braves, as he is one of the substitutions in there. And he will look at a strike to go through for the first pitch of the at-bat. Ball inside. As Aiden pitches and Sanook misses to bring the count 1-2. Remember, folks, next week, your Devils are away on Monday, here at home against Murphy on Tuesday, and away on Friday against Murphy, depending on whether, as that pitch was low. So come out and enjoy some good weather if it doesn't rain next week. I know here towards the middle of the week it's not looking good, but either way, it'll be good time if we're able to get it in, as that pitch was high and fills the count full against Mr. Sanook there. Hayden Smiley looks to get his 5th strikeout in a row. And he's got it right there. And caught him looking there, as now he has 8 strikeouts in the game. And it looks like the Braves coach is going to put in another sub. And trying to see the number. Number 12, Derek Owl, is in as a pitch hitter. Hayden looks to strike the side out for the 2nd time in 2 innings. So he sets, kicks, and deals. And a big swing out of Mr. Owl and misses the ball. So 0-1 here. There's another good strike. Good fastball. You can hear that ball pop. 0-2 and looking to strike out the side. And strike 3 as Mr. Aiden Smiley strikes out the side, and that'll do it for the ball game, it seems. It looks like it, at least. Yep, that will do it for the end of your ball game. Your Maroon Devils 18 and the Cherokee Braves 1. Folks, thanks you for joining us this evening, and we look forward to having you next week as the Swain County Maroon Devils face the Murphy Bulldogs on Tuesday night. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next time on the Maroon Devil Network.
Thank you for being a sustaining member of Maroon Devils Network Live. Now that the fall sports season is over, we'd like you to stick around and enjoy the countless hours of winter and spring sports yet to be broadcasted on Maroon Devils Network. Even if you're not interested in basketball, women's soccer, baseball, wrestling, or softball, your continuing support of $5.99 per month is a huge help to the Swain Athletic Program, as it gives us funding to help all of these sports. Every penny of your support goes directly to our student athletes to help their teams. So remember to let it ride so we can keep this Maroon machine running. Thank you.